Hi, I'm Leon Lovelace, and this is Unstoppable Force. Okay, I'm going to do a news story from Yahoo News about the San Diego Chargers moving to Los Angeles. Yep, this is a fun story because I need to do a few more fun stories when I can. And I'm a big football fan. Some of you guys probably are too, and ladies, so. And any NFL team moving to another city is a pretty big deal. All right, according to ESPN's Adam Schefter, the San Diego Chargers planning to announce this week, as early as Thursday or today as I'm reading this, that they are moving to Los Angeles. The Chargers had been in San Diego since the AFL days starting in 1961, moving from LA following the franchise's inaugural season in 1960. The report says that Chargers have told NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell and other NFL owners of their intent to move for the 2017 season. But Chargers chairman Dean Spanos has yet to send a formal relocation letter to the NFL. Spanos also hasn't formally informed public officials in either city of the team's plans. So there's a chance, albeit remote, he could change his course last minute. But given that Spanos and the franchise have been seeking a new stadium for parts of 2 frustrating decades, all signs strongly point to a move. The Chargers' moves prior to now have suggested the team was preparing to relocate, but there is still hope for a Hail Mary pass to keep the franchise in place. The Chargers secured a location for a temporary training facility just outside LA in Costa Mesa in December. The city's 11th hour pitch to keep the team and projected $1.2 billion stadium to be built on the current site of Qualcomm Stadium clearly wasn't enough. Public funds would have come in the form of $375 million for the deal that apparently will never happen now. There were no indications that the league planned to increase its pledge over the $300 million it had offered to help bridge the funding gap for a stadium. So I want to talk about the public funding because the NFL's making about it's always increasing because they get so much money from the TV deals. But a couple years ago it was $9 billion, so it could be around $9.2 billion. I'm not exactly sure, but it's at least $9.1 billion that they made from the 2016 season. And I'm not sure how much the teams make, but they make hundreds of millions of dollars every season. So for the NFL and the league and each team to be making all these billions and millions of dollars, and for them to say, oh, well, we need a new facility, so we need the people, we need you to help us fund the stadium, we need you to pay for it, it's just totally outrageous because every other company doesn't say, oh, well, we need a new stadium, or we need not a stadium, but we need a new facility, so we need you, the public, to give us money to do that. So, I mean, this is just one way they've bamboozled us, the people, is just by saying, oh, we've made all this money. And with all this money we've made, we can't build any of the buildings or our facilities so we can operate. So, of course, that's just harmful for the people because a lot of times we don't get our return on investment. They get all the profits and we do not. We get entertainment, but we're still paying for ESPN and the cable channels and those costs, and then the cost of the tickets, especially if the team's good, or playoff tickets, they're going to cost a lot. So I'm going to talk about this with the Raiders too later, because the Raiders are planning to move to LA, and the league needs to have 24 to 32 owners approve it. So we'll see if these teams or these owners are going to approve these moves. They probably will, especially since the cities, Oakland and San Diego, haven't really been able to approve any new stadiums in those cities. Another thing I want to talk about is that they're never talking about renovating these stadiums. Instead of just building a whole new stadium from the ground up, a lot of them needed to be costing at least $1.5 billion because they want them to be really fancy and just a beautiful structure and make it just really nice and make everybody want to go to the stadiums. Why don't they just renovate the stadiums that's there, because it's more cost efficient for the teams, for the league and for the people, but really the people need to stop raising their taxes to pay for these stadiums. These teams and these leagues need to start paying for them because they're making the big bucks. So they really need to start funding it themselves. They also need to start doing more renovations because it really hurts the environment and part of the city if you're just gonna leave a stadium there. So I've seen footage in one of the games of an old stadium, and it was just open and just left there. So it's just really a waste of resources to just leave all that raw materials, or it's not raw materials anymore, but just all that stuff there as in the form of a stadium and not reusing it or just making it nicer how it is. Alright, so thanks for watching.